Yo, what's up, Leonard? It's Jay, and today we're gonna talk about how to get this to work in tandem with that, because a few of you have been asking, tell me more about this gimbal thing, right? We like your shots you're getting, but I'm not sure, should I get one? This is all confusing to me. So I made a little tutorial, not like super in depth, because I think you can't even buy this thing anymore. So I'm sparing all like the super nitty-gritty things that are just particular to this model, but my intent is just to show you sort of the basic operation, all of the parts you need and the parts you may not need that are sort of optional, just to get the, good understanding whether this is a worthwhile addition to your kit. And make sure to watch till the end, because it's not just going to be sort of techy, it's also there's another dimension to really get the most out of this thing, because it's heavier obviously than this, right? So some people I saw in the forum, they sort of complain, oh, it's so heavy, but there's this layer, it's called physical health, right? Fitness. And I'm going to show you at the end my secret workout routine to get, this thing perform at its best. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So here you can see all the parts that I like to use when I assemble my gimbal, but you're not going to need all of them. So we're going to remove a whole bunch. Starting with batteries, we are going to go with the small one and therefore remove the big one. The external one gives you longer runtime, but we're going to start small. And now I'm going to remove a whole bunch of other things. Cool, and now we're left with what you could consider like the basic kit. So here's our camera, and I'm gonna show you how I put it together. So first of all, I'm gonna blow out some dust. Right, next we're gonna inspect the lens and do the same. Just, make sure it's clean. So the lens is on, and now we're gonna decide whether we're gonna shoot in low light, lens hood, or in bright conditions, low light, bright conditions. We're gonna go for daytime bright conditions, which requires me to put on this step-up ring and then this ND filter with the matte box replacement. Looks good. And now we're gonna put in the battery, SD card, and test whether the whole thing is working, because if it's not, then there's no point in assembling the gimbal. Right, turn it off, and oh, I forgot, we need to clean or make sure that the filter is clean, because we want sharp images, right? Alright, so now we're gonna get to the actual gimbal beast assembly, and we're gonna start with this base plate, and we're gonna screw it on and make sure it is straight with the lens, and then give it another hefty twist. Not too hefty, otherwise it might disintegrate. We don't want that. So here's our gimbal, and turn it around. Attach the tripod that it comes with. Turn it around again, and now we're gonna insert these wonderful batteries that hopefully you have made sure to, have charged. Right, so that's that, and next we're gonna open the thing up. There are 3 little locks, and I'm unlocking them, and now I'm gonna attach the camera. There's some kind of a snappy thing that holds it in place, and now what you see me doing is a process called balancing, which takes about a minute, and when I'm done, I'm gonna activate the gimbal and run an automatic calibration mode, which, it wobbles and wobbles and wobbles, and it's trying to find out how heavy the camera is and how much power it should give to the motors. And success! Look at this. It knows how heavy the camera is, and it knows how to keep it steady and smooth. So voila, you got your EOS M fantastic stabilizing system that is now ready to work. Alright, so now we're gonna add what's called a focus motor, which can come in handy because our wonderful EOS M has a not very wonderful autofocus. And one way around this is to have an electronic focus device that communicates with the wheel on the gimbal And so we just screwed the thing on, and now I'm gonna attach the cable. And because I've just added a bunch of weight to the gimbal, I need to rebalance and auto calibrate so that the gimbal knows, we got more weight now, we need more power. And here you can see it in operation. And by the way, you don't really need that. You can do a whole bunch of fantastic stuff without a motor. It's just kind of a gimmick that, crazy people like me like to use. And here I'm gonna attach another very useful thing, and that's, I don't know, like, what do you call it? It's a handle, and that allows you to kind of carry it like a shopping bag and get all of these. See, this is very difficult, easy, difficult. And what that allows me to do is get all of these crazy, close to the ground shots. All right, so as I show you how to attach the last accessory, that in my opinion is a lot more important than a focus motor, which is an external monitor. I'm gonna expand a little more on, how and why you don't really need a focus motor. I think you can, there's a lot of ways you don't need one. For instance, you can just set the depth of field wider, so more stuff is in focus, and as long as you make sure that you're sort of keeping the distance to your subject, you're fine. And especially if you're using a decent monitor like I am now turning on, because this thing is really game changing. It allows you to really see what you're doing, get these low angle shots without breaking your neck, and in general just being able to judge much better what your shot is gonna look like on a big screen.
Strong in the ways of the gimbal you are, but strength also you must have. A real camera warrior needs more than just tech savviness. Fitness they need. Next watch you must for gimbal training with a twist. A workout you will see.